So, as usual, welcome to the Twilight Zone. This is another video topic regarding the Mandela effect. And as to what this is, all of us have agreed that it's something possibly supernatural, but none of us have agreed on one definite explanation as to the cause. But there have been many of them for me lately. For example, observation changes I've noticed around me, to where we live, the surroundings, to our house itself, like the two lights in the front, in the front instead of one. And going through town this evening, Mama was telling a story. Daddy said, and I said, I know how I said, you've told that story many times. She said, no, I haven't. I've never told it. And Daddy said, no, I've never heard it either. But she told it to him, and she told it to me. But she had no recollection of it. He had no recollection of it. And I said, well, and I told her exactly how the story was going to end, how it ended, and then there was just silence. And then we started talking about other things. Then as we're driving down the road, they noticed that they put a bunch of LED lights in on a bunch of electric poles. And I said, it's been that way for a little while now for me. Now I have a dual memory of it. But they said that it hadn't been that way for them. They said no. And I said, never mind. I was just like, never mind. Because it's been one of those wacky days, especially when suddenly it's like you're starting from square one, explaining this phenomenon and trying to explain it. And it's like there's difference. The way they think about and feel about this particular phenomenon is different, I've noticed, now, than it was. And that bothers me. Makes me nauseated. I feel like, well, they don't understand. They don't get it. They don't fully... It's crazy. So, not only that happened, as I explained in my previous video, but as we were driving down the road, I remember those lights. And then there's also this big car dealership. Boom! Suddenly it's there. And I said, whichever reality, whatever, version of Earth, and he said, it's the same Earth. And I thought, wait, what? No, we've settled upon this. That's not the way this goes. And when Daddy said that, I was like, I thought we'd settled on that. But I know Mama was like, Mama knows something's going on and things are changing, but that someone or something is changing things and we don't like that. But I don't think she necessarily feels fully that we're in a different world. But she still gets that it's going on, and that's a good thing. Daddy does too. But I thought Daddy and I had shared and agreed upon the fact that it's a possibility we're shifting, the alternate reality thing, but apparently not now. This version of him, whatever, I don't know, maybe something has changed his consciousness, I don't know, it's almost like things that transpired now never did, even with your own loved ones, even though I love them the same, I love them so much, but, and then the conversation just goes over to the moon, like, the moon is so beautiful tonight, things feel strange. Then he said that tonight, he has a feeling tonight there'll probably be a lot of loud sounds and howls in the morning, which that's a possibility the way it feels and looks around. But they're mostly the same, but there's slight differences, especially given the fact that they don't remember certain things that transpired for me. You'd think I'd be used to this by now, but when it's with your own parents, it gets like, it's either I'm the same body that was birthed, obviously, here. I know that. By my mama that's here, but maybe the spirits crossed to an alternate version of my body, or maybe the final Antichrist is changing times and laws right now, and this is affected by the elect, and some are affected in a different way, and the rest of the world's not. We'll see who's actually affected by it, and maybe something's actually, some supernatural force is changing reality. Or it's like the old Hopi prophecy that states that, the portal's opening up and being in alternate universes, alternate realities. One or the other, maybe that. Who knows? Maybe, but to be talking about the exact same thing and it being different, that's quite annoying. Another ME that happened is the Globetrotters being in 1926 instead of 1925. And it related with my granny's birth year. That's why I remember that so well. And A.A. Milne's first Pooh book being released in 1926 instead of 1925. Not anymore. It was 1926 now. And that was another thing. It should have been August 1925. And the dedication at the end of Scooby-Doo. I remember those two individuals that they dedicated it to, Joe Ruby, Ken Spears. I remember they passed away. Not anymore. They're alive. They've been alive, just like I stated in my previous video. It's like we're living in the Twilight Zone. So what actually causes these things to change on us? And you'd think, you know, it's like, well, I thought I settled upon a general consensus of what's going on, but the closer you get to a truth and the closer you get to, then more questions open up than answers. And then you get more questions and more, and then you're trying to figure this out, and then you never really do fully figure it out. But then you know the reality around you is different. And videos that I wound up remembering making, I didn't make. And that is just welcome to the Twilight Zone, folks. We've been in the Twilight Zone for quite some time. Is this a good thing? Bad thing? I mean, is it part of the times in which we're living? Very likely. I just hope that we all find out what's really going on before it's too late. But anyway, it does seem kind of crazy that everything would be so similar but different. So, I mean, we're still trying to settle upon an explanation of what's actually transpiring here. But I've got two videos. One I just made, another one the one I'm making right now. Let's see, what else was there today? Like you go by an entire building. No, there it is, still there. But I thought I had talked about all that with them before. I guess not now. I suppose not. I thought they'd settled upon that. Well, that happens. But now it's like, I don't know. But I needed to talk, so that's part 2. And I will be back with another video in a moment about awakening and the differences in that and woke.